Got your travel plans all set? Imagine this. You're gliding into the airport, coffee in one hand, boarding pass in the other, already dreaming of that window seat view, but then, bam! Sorry, this ID isn't valid. Your stomach drops. Yeah, that could happen in 2025, but it doesn't have to. Stick with me and I'll break down every travel change you need to know. ID updates, new travel rules and smart tips most travelers overlook. By the end of this, you'll be that calm, collected traveler everyone wishes they were. Real ID is finally here. Are you ready? Let's talk about something that could completely mess up your trip. Real ID. Starting May 7th, 2025, if your driver's license doesn't have that little star in the corner, security won't even let you near the gate. I know what you're thinking. Wait, what star? Exactly, every state is already issuing real IDs, but not everyone's made the switch. The real nightmare, waiting too long. Next thing you know, you're scrambling at the DMV, flipping through the old papers to prove you exist when you should be actually packing for your flight. But here's a travel hack. If all this sounds like a headache, just use your passport. No extra forms, no DMV lines, and bonus, if a last-minute trip to Paris sounds better than your usual weekend plans, you're already set. Thinking of getting the real ID anyway? Well, smart move. Just heads up, you might want to book your DMV appointment as fast as possible, because wait times can be long. Moral of the story, don't be that person panicking at 5 am because your ID didn't make the cut. Get it sorted now, and while everyone else is scrambling, you'll be sipping coffee stress-free. Alright, here's some news that might just make renewing your passport a little less painful, or at least more convenient. The State Department's online passport renewal system is live. But before you get too excited, let's talk about the hoops you'll have to jump through first. Your current passport must have been issued when you were 16 or older and between 9 and 15 years old. So if you're over 25, this applies to you. But if your passport is damaged, water stained, or looks like it's been through one too many beach trips, sorry, you're out of luck. And yes, you must be living in the US for this process. If you got a diplomatic or official passport, well, this isn't for you either. Now about that photo, don't get creative, no selfies, no fun backgrounds, no quirky expressions, just you, a plain white backdrop, and your best I'm ready to travel face. Oh, and skip the glasses and hats, unless they're absolutely necessary for medical reasons. And here's the biggest kicker. Once you hit submit, your old passport is officially useless. So if you've got a trip coming up soon, maybe hold off. That's right, 10 to 13 weeks. No fast pass, no express lane, but at least you can track your application online instead of anxiously waiting and wondering where your passport disappeared to. Bottom line, well, plan ahead, have your documents ready and avoid the nightmare of standing in a line at the post office begging the clerk to check one more time. Future you will thank you when you'll be boarding your next flight hassle-free. ETIS, your ticket smooth European travel. Planning that dream European getaway? Well, here's something you need to know before packing your bags. Starting in 2025, American travelers will need an ETIS authorization, a fancy way of saying permission slip, to enter most European countries. This applies only to US citizens, so if you are rocking that American passport, listen up. But if you're already having a visa or residence permit for Europe, you are good to go, no extra paperwork needed. And yes, it will set you back $7 or to $8, but the good news, it's valid for 3 whole years. Now, this isn't just for flights. Even if you're hopping on a cruise, train or bus to cross the borders, you will still need it. It covers 27 EU countries plus Iceland, Norway and Switzerland. Basically all the scenic spots you pinned on your travel map. But heads up, this one does not include the UK. So, how long can you stay? You are allowed up to 90 days within any 180-day period. So, if you are planning a long, leisurely European adventure, make sure to keep track of your days. Here's a pro tip: when you're filling out your ETAS application, double check your passport details. A simple typo can mean delays or even a rejection. The system runs on automatic background check, so approvals usually take just minutes, but if anything seems off, it could take up to 14 days. Trust me, you don't want to find out last minute that your Paris trip has been put on hold. And another important tip: don't wait until after booking your tickets to apply. Sort out your ETS first so there is no surprise. Bottom line, add ETS to your pre-trip checklist and you'll breeze through European borders like a pro. Future you, enjoying croissants in Paris or gelato in Florence, will be glad you did. The liquid rule, still a hassle in 2025. Let's talk about one of the most annoying parts of airport security, the liquid rule. You know the drill: tiny bottles, clear plastic bags and security bins. For a while we thought that you will finally going to lift that 100 milliliter limit, but nope. Plans change after some scanner issues, so the rule stays. Here's the deal. Every liquid container still needs to be 100 ml or less, and they must fit neatly into one clear resealable plastic bag. And yes, you will need to pull that bag out and place it separately in the security bin. Don't be the person holding up the line digging through your carry-on. If you're traveling with medications or baby formula, make sure they're in the original packaging and bring a doctor's note if you want to avoid extra hassle. And heads up, airport rules can vary. Some airports are stricter than others, so it's always smart to check ahead before you pack. For those of you hopping between international flights, there is some good news. Some connection flights won't require a second security check if the airports follow the same security standards, like when you're flying through Dublin. But always double check your route, just in case. Looking for a smart travel hack, swap out liquids for solid options like shampoo bars or lotion sticks. They save space, get through security faster and skip the hassle. Baggage fees. Avoid last-minute surprises. Let's be honest, nothing can derail a trip faster than getting hit with an unexpected baggage fee at the gate. And when it comes to European airlines, things can get complicated. Each airline seems to have its own rules. Some allow carry-ons up to 22 inches, while others cap it at 21. And budget airlines, they're notorious for having the strictest limits. So, what's the safest bet? Stick to a carry-on around 21 per 14 per 9 inches. That's the safe zone that works for the most airlines. And it's not just about the size. Some airlines also enforce strict weight limits. A portable luggage scale can save you from last-minute repacking drama at check-in. Oh, and there is a pro tip: always measure your bag with the wheels and handles included. That compact suitcase might not be so compact when you count the extras. To stay ahead of the game, keep an airline size chart saved on your phone. That way you can double check your bag size anytime and avoid any kind of surprises. And if you're worried about stricter rules, consider bringing a soft, squishable bag. These flexible carry-ons can be lifesavers when you need to squeeze into tight limits. Family sitting. No more musical chairs on flights. Flying with family, we all know how stressful that can be, especially when you're trying to keep everyone together on a packed plane. But here's some good news. Airlines now have to seat kids under 13 with at least one accompanying adult at no extra charge, even if you booked basic economy. That means no more awkward moments negotiating seat swaps with strangers or playing musical chairs just to sit with your child. But here's the thing, while the rule is in place, it's still smart to book early. The earlier you book, the better your chances of snagging seats together without any drama. And don't just rely on luck, check online 24 hours before your flight to make sure everything is in place. Also, not all airlines handle this the same way. Some assign seats automatically, while others may require you to call ahead to confirm family seating. It's worth knowing your airline's process so you don't get caught off guard. And if things still go wrong and your family gets separated, you have the right to file a complaint. And no, they can't force you to pay for an upgrade just to sit together. Here's another tip. Take screenshots of your seat selection and booking confirmation as proof, just in case. Oh, and one more last thing, don't forget to bring age verification documents for your kids. Some airlines might ask for a proof to confirm they qualify for the free family seating policy. Bottom line, a little planning upfront can save you a lot of stress mid-flight. You'll thank yourself when your kid is happily settled in their seat instead of nervously looking for you from the other end of the plane. Baggage refunds, know your rights. Let's talk about something we all dread. Flight delays and missing luggage. Nothing can ruin a trip faster than standing at the baggage carousel, watching everyone else grab their bags while you're left empty-handed. But there's the good news, airlines now have to step up their refund game. If your flight is delayed by more than 3 hours, you're entitled to an automatic refund. No begging at the customer service desk required. And if your luggage takes an unexpected detour and doesn't show up within 12 hours, you're getting that baggage fee refunded too. Oh, and if your flight gets cancelled altogether, don't worry, you're not just left stranded. Airlines must now offer you a 5-year voucher so you can rebook your trip when you're ready. But there's the kicker, domestic flights must process refunds faster than international ones, so if you're flying locally, expect the refund to hit your account sooner. A pro tip, snap a quick photo of your bag before check-in. It might sound paranoid, but if something goes wrong, having that picture can speed up the claim process. Details like the brand, color, and any unique tags can make all the difference. And here's another insider tip, hold onto your receipts. If you end up stuck at the airport due to the delay, airlines are required to cover reasonable expenses like meals and accommodation. So keep track of your spending, and that unexpected layover might just turn into a free mini vacation. Bottom line, keep your travel documents handy, know your rights, and don't be afraid to ask for what's yours. When something goes sideways, being prepared means less stress and more time to focus on the fun parts of your trip. Security upgrade. Smoother travel ahead. Just hearing the word security upgrade probably makes you picture long lines and that awkward scramble to pull out your laptop, liquids, and whatever else they ask for. But here's some exciting news. Changes are coming that could actually speed up these things. Las Vegas Airport is rolling out a self-service security system with 3D scanners. What's so great about that? You can leave your laptop in your bag and breeze right through. And it's not just Vegas. If this trial goes well, more airports will follow suit. Oh, and for international travelers, good news, some airports like Dublin are already skipping the second security check for connecting flights if the initial airport meets the same security standards, obviously. Translation, faster boarding, fewer lines, but there's the thing, not all the lines will get these upgrades at the same time. Pre-check lanes will be the first to switch to the new system, while regular lanes will catch up later. So if you're a frequent traveler, it might be worth considering pre-check for a smoother experience. Also, keep in mind that different airports will roll out these changes at different speeds. What's available in one airport may not be in another, so check ahead before you fly. Pro tip, download your airlines or airports app. These apps are gold for real updates on security lines, boarding times, and last minute changes. It's like having a personal travel assistant in your pocket. Bottom line, well, While these security upgrades are designed to make your travel experience smoother, they still depend on you being prepared. A little double checking before you head to the airport can save you stress. And who doesn't want to skip the hustle and spend more time enjoying that pre-flight coffee instead? So, there you have it. Biggest travel changes for 2025. If this helped you, remember to like this video or even subscribe. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments. I will be more than glad to answer them all. If you want to see more hidden travel videos, well, check them out. I prepared two right here for you.